All right, so this is the graphing quiz practice. 3 is a rough one for kids because it's an inequality, and inequalities are kind of a hard thing for some kids to grasp. I'm aware of that, but it's a standard. I mean, it's supposed to be taught. Nothing I can do about that. You're supposed to know how to do inequalities. Most of our reasoning behind not understanding inequalities stems from middle school. But here's the deal. So anyways, I'm going to y1 and y2 it. That's what I'm going to do. Zoom 6 like I trained you to. It's kind of a funny looking graph. And I evidently typed something in incorrectly. Yes, I did. Wonderful, because I just don't have the time for mistakes. Anyways, let's look at this graph now. And here's my graph coming up. Perhaps. There she is. Now, notice that the graph is going to cross again up high. I'm going to take my y max up to about, I don't know, let's go 100. Yeah, let's go 75. And then I'll try to explain in words what's actually happening. Notice that the y1 is blue, y2 is red. That's kind of the gist of this, because if you can see your colors, you can figure out the rest of it. Now, they actually made the color addition to make things like this easier on children. It's huge, actually. You wouldn't know any better because you didn't get to use the black and white ones too much. But since I have color and I see the greater than the question is literally asking, where is blue, because blue is y1, above red? And you can see that's starting to happen here and here. So I need those two intersections. All right, that's what I need. Where's the blue above the red? Second, trace 5. I'm going to go after that left one. Get close, press enter 3 times. There's one of them. Back to second trace again. Go after the right one, which is down there somewhere. Enter 3 times. And there's my other one. Now we need to talk about this. And this is the other part that I just know messes with kids' heads. If we're right of this x value, we're above. So we have to be greater than that x value. X is greater than negative 1.9538. If we're running left, we are greater than the red line. So we're also going to be less than this left answer, negative 0.5396. And I know how hard that is on kids. Man, I know how hard that is on kids. I wish it wasn't, but it is what it is. And that's the easiest way I know to explain it. I put 6 in here, solve this one. You're going to have to use change of base, so you're going to have to know who to do change of base. Y1 would be the ln of 5x minus 3, sitting over the ln of 8. What's high is high, what's low is low. Plus, we're going to change base on the second one, ln 2x minus 1, sitting over ln 2. What's high is high, what's low is low. And y2 is going to be 8. This one's not too bad, but I keep saying it and y'all keep not doing it. Until you get change of base in your heart, you're not going to get this figured out. I wish I could go really, really slow on this video, but I've only got 11 minutes left, and then classes start, and then I'm done. So I can't go super duper slow. Doesn't matter. The people who want me to go slow don't even bother, so it really doesn't matter a whole lot. They just complain. We hit Zoom, we hit 6. We wait on our TA 4. We're going to have to look over to the right. So I'm going to go to Window. I'm going to go out 50 units for no good reason. It seems like the answer to this one's somewhere around 27. But I don't honestly remember. Second, trace 5. Get close, press enter 3 times. Okay, so I was off quite a bit. Like I said, I don't remember. I hadn't done it in a couple days. There's my answer. The only reason I'm doing this video is because a lot of y'all just refuse to get a calculator. And again, you are allowed to take whatever notes you need to take. You are allowed to use the twin. So take whatever notes you need. I don't know what more you want me to do. Do you want me to sit down and take your test for you? 11, an investment banker swears he can quadruple your investment in 3 years. So if you start with $1, after some time passes, you now have $4. And I gave you the formula. So it's 4 equals 1 plus an unknown R monthly, and it's 12. And the exponent is going to be 12 times 3 years. That's what I'm going to Y1, Y2. I have a 4, parentheses, 1 plus something that's unknown, which is x, sitting over 12. And the exponent is 12 times 3, which if you don't know, you can just do it like this. And then you do a zoom 6. This will always happen on a zoom 6 because it's going to be a decimal. There we go. Still working, still working, still working. Please stop. I'm in a hurry. Please stop. I'm in a hurry. Second, trace 5. Enter, enter, enter. And I got 0.4711. So 0.4711, which is 47.11%. Not bad. To find the monthly rate of interest, you have to add a 1 to that thing. Raise it to the 1/12th power. See what that says. And that's, no, quit asking yourself why. I get the why. You're not supposed to ask it. This is literally how you do it. Because Milbrath said so. And then you take away the 1. So we have 1.03269. And what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the 1. Take away the 1. And that would give us 0.03269. I forgot the 0. Which is about 3.3%. We move the decimal 2 places. 3.3%. 27%. That's the monthly. To do the daily, you take this number you have above, 1.4711, and since there's 365 days in a year, you raise it to the 1/365th. Then you do the same procedure. You take away 1. Take away your 1, and you get that little decimal right there, 0.0011. And we'll just put a 1 minus in front of this. Which is going to be 0.11%. Not really that hard, kids. They're not. All right, what else have I got labeled on here? I've got 12 labeled, which I'm not going to do because I don't have enough time. 14 I'll do real quick. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to do 15. 15 is where we go to stat edit. Hopefully I have enough time to do the one after this. The x's go into list 1. The independent variable goes into list 1. The dependent variable goes into list 2. If you're struggling with what an independent and dependent variable are, you should really pay attention in your science classes. That's what you should pay attention in. But let me guess, you don't like those either. I'm not being very positive this morning, am I? You know, I thought when I was teaching, I'd be creating the next generation of engineers and physicists and doctors and professionals. And, well, I'm not. Some of you are. I don't give you the credit you deserve. But most of you are here because you're forced to be here. Anyways, there's my equation. Negative 16x squared plus 1821. And from here, the question is where is the penny located after falling for 10.5 seconds? So let's just plug in a 10.5. That's all there is to it. See my equation? How I wrote it? You'll have to write that on paper first, otherwise it disappears. You'll notice I wrote it first. You probably have to figure that lesson out for your own sake when you take the test, because it'll be the first time you've done it. Speaking of that, I've got a quiz coming today. I wonder how many kids are absent. I got 57 foot. All right, last one. Barely have time for doing this one. Notice I've got this list over here. Your sales depend on advertising dollars. So you actually have to put your advertising dollars into list 1. It's a little backwards of a chart. It's not hard. You just have to make sure you swap things around. So normally we put the first column in list 1, but this one's actually backwards. 1.7, 1.5, 2.8, 5, 1.3, 2.2, 1.3. This is in, I think, millions of thousands of sales. So 368 is actually like 368,000. Part of me wants to give y'all another day, but I don't have it. And the truth is, you're not doing anything. Like the other day, I gave you a class period to do it, and you just kind of sat there. So I'm not going to give another day. It's not my fault y'all won't work. All right, so anyways, I tell you on this one, plain and clear, use a line of best fit, stat, calc, linear regression. Calculate. I'm just going to snipe this real quick so I have it to stare at. You know, you have to write this stuff down on paper. I want to know what happens when the advertising budget is 3,000. And by the way, that's part of the deal here. 3,000 is a 3. That's in thousands of dollars. So I'm just going to plug it in. I have 171.4656 times 3. I like to go out to 4 decimal places. Plus 125.8349. And that's what I'm going to push buttons on the calculator. 171.4656 times 3 plus 125.8349. And I got 640.23. So there you go. And that's it. That's all I got time for. 8:38. Second period starts in less than a minute.